Good morning. My name is Drew Holley. I'm with BIS. I'm joined today by Jesse Couch. He is on our commercial insurance division. And we're going to talk about the topic everybody in America wants to hear, which is insurance. All right. Today we're going to go into a little bit why is commercial insurance so expensive? We're not going to spend a lot of time on this, but just want to hit a couple, 2 or 3 bullet points of some reasons why, if you're a business owner or you're a CFO, HR manager, controller, and you might be listening to this, what are some factors that would cause those rate renewal increases? And so, Jesse, just want to leave it open-ended for now, and then I've got some follow-up questions.
Awesome.
In your opinion, you've been doing this 20 plus years. Why do you think why do you think rates are more expensive now than they were, say, 5 years ago?
Yeah, great question. I think the long and the short of it is because everything costs more now.
Okay.
It costs more to buy a new car than it did 10 years ago.
Okay.
Homes, that sort of thing. So just everything is going up.
So inflation, essentially.
Inflation's a big part of it. But as far as liability is concerned, Georgia has now become the 5th most catastrophic claim intensive state in the whole country. So the 5th biggest with nuclear verdicts. That means when you hear about a $100 million lawsuit, something like that, Georgia's now the 5th worst in the entire country, so that's driving up
Okay.
costs across the board for a lot of the carriers.
So a very litigious state, we'd say. If you're in Metro Atlanta and you're listening to this, that is maybe debated, but it is a fact that we are the 5th nuclear, claim state.
Yeah.
So naturally, more claims in any general insurance you have, usually premiums are going to follow. Okay. All right. Any other factors that you see or that could affect rates going up or not?
So with all that claims activity, a lot of carriers are pulling out of the state of Georgia. Okay. So less options means less competition, so it makes pricing go up. So until the carriers can figure out a way to make money in this state, then they're just not going to write business here, which is not good for consumers.
Okay. For BIS, with our clients, though, it's not like we only have 1 or 2 carriers. We still have options. I think of Travelers, I think of Hartford, I look at Hanover, Selective, Builders Mutual. Those are just a few to name. So is it all lost? Or, if you're listening to this and you have an increase, should the broker's answer be that's inflation? Or there's some of the things that we can do to maybe mitigate some of those cost increases?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's always things that you can do better, right? Safety's got to be the number one priority. So just having that wake-up call for the business owner is saying, okay, my costs are getting out of control. I'm ready to take action, whether that's putting dash cameras on your vehicles, training your employees better, holding them accountable if they're not doing quality work. All those things will prevent claims, which will in turn drive down your insurance premiums.
Okay. Yeah. So those are some of the controllables. I know Georgia also had tort reform, which is really up to what Jesse said. Hey, we're a litigious state, and that can result in higher payout in claims. Would you agree that we really don't know if that has an effect yet? It's probably going to take a year or 2 cycle till we know. So that's kind of a to be determined. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, so insurance is based off prior experience, and sometimes they'll go back 10 years. It's statistics. So they're not making any changes anytime soon. So until they see year over year loss trends going down, and their premiums cover more than their claims, pretty simple math, then that's when they can start to open up and new carriers will start to come back in and say, hey, we want to compete for this business and offer better pricing and coverage.
Yeah, so we'll end on this. I mean, generally speaking, some of these, if you're a business owner, we can't control inflation. You could control some safety measures, safety meetings. What are you doing to promote or reward, or you could argue a carrot or a stick? What are you doing to people that's causing your overall risk profile to be higher? Maybe you need to control that. You weren't paying attention before, but also competition. And at BIS, we're not limited to one carrier. So if you're listening to this and maybe you have your business insurance through State Farm, for instance, that State Farm broker may not have access to other carriers. So simply just having competition is one way to drive costs down or to keep the incumbent more honest. That's one of the things that we do at BIS. So I want to thank you for just joining this quick little session on, why is it so expensive? And if you're listening to it and you need a second opinion, we'd love to help you. Thank you.
Thank you.